Hare Krishna. So now we will hear two things. First is visiting Melukote, and then we will hear nearby places from Melukote. How to get there? Melukote is about 90 miles north of Mysore. You can take a bus or taxi from Mysore to Melukote. The closest airport to Mysore is in Bangalore. It is about 90 miles away. Several trains run between Mysore and Bangalore each day. The trip taking 2 to 3 hours by train, and from buses it takes 3 to 4 hours. Melukote is a place with no lodging. So Mysore is a popular tourist destination. So there are many hotels there. And now we will hear about the nearby places from Melukote. First we will consider Belur, Chenna Keshav temple. Belur was the capital of the Hoysalas during the 11th and 12th century, before the capital was moved to Halebid. The fifth king of the Hoysala dynasty, Bittadeva, is said to have changed his name to Vishnuvardhana when he was converted from Jainism to Vaishnavism under the influence of Ramanujacarya. Most of the temples in Belur and Halebid are built during his reign. The reason to come to this town is to see the impressive Chenna temple, which has some of the most intricate and beautiful carving in India. Beside this temple, there are two other temples to see, Veeranarayana temple and Chinagarai temple. This photogenic temple is an excellent example of Hoysala architecture. Construction of the impressive temple was begun in 1116 AD. This temple is over 800 years old, and it took around 103 years to complete. The temple enshrines the beautiful four-armed deity of Keshav, which is said to have been worshipped by Lord Brahma at Satyaloka. Later, King Indradumna brought this deity here and worshipped him until he left this world, after which the Devtas continued the worship until King Vishnuvardhana began the worship. The king discovered the deity when he was traveling through this area, and one of his servants took bath in a lake there, and he was cured out of his leprosy by bathing in the lake known as Vishnuvardhana, which is situated to the outskirts of the town. Later, legend says that the lake appeared from the drop of the nectar fell from Garuda's pot. The king understood that this was a special place, which was confirmed when the deity of Keshava appeared in the dream of both King Vishnuvardhana and Ramanuja, telling them to build a temple for him. However, as instructed, the king discovered the deity at Chandradrona hill, from where he took the deity to Sri Narayanapura and then to the Velapur, which is now known as Belur. Built of grey-green chlorite, the temple is crowned with intricate sculptures, including scenes from the Ramayana and Mahabharata. It is named after the beautiful, that is Chenna, and long-haired Keshava form of Lord Krishna. The 2-meter deity rests on 1-meter stand. The upper hands of the deity hold a disc and a conch, and the lower two holding a lotus and a club. To the left of the main shrine is a shrine dedicated to Kappe Chinnaga Rai. There are 2 altars in the temple. The shrine faces east, houses Kappe Chinnaga Rai, and the one facing north houses Venugopala. There is another shrine dedicated to Somnayakti with towers over it. To the west of the main temple is a shrine dedicated to Lord Vishnu called as Veeranarayana. Behind the main temple is a temple dedicated to goddesses Lakshmi, the consort of Chinna Keshava. The temple walls are 132 meter by 120 meter. The temple itself is 53 meter to 47 meter. A tall stone pillar in the temple courtyard is balanced only by its center of gravity. There are 645 elephants carved at the bottom of the outside wall of the temple. No two elephants are the same. Inside the temple hall, to the left of the main entrance, is a intricate carved pillar with many small carvings of Lord Nrsingadeva. This pillar used to rotate. There is one panel left blank on the pillar. It is said that the carver wanted to challenge anyone to carve a more beautiful image of Lord Narsingha than one already on the pillar. There are 10 screens on either side of the eastern entrance of the assembly hall. The screens to the right indicate the story of Vamana, Trivikrama and Bali, the Lord killing Hiranyakashipu and the killing of Kamsa by Krishna. The person on the left side depict the churning of the ocean by demigods and demons, and Krishna's pastimes such as fighting with the wrestler Chanura or killing of the elephant demon and slaying of Kamsa. Other scenes depicted are from Ramayana and Mahabharata. There is an inscription recording the date of erection of this temple in commemoration of Vishnuvardhana's victory over the Chola Buri of Talkar. It is said that about this time Vishnuvardhana was converted from Jainism to Vishnuism by Ramanujacarya. One interesting thing is that here you can see a large pair of chappals in one glass case in front of the Mandapa hall. Here the local cobbler believed that the Lord walks to Baba Budagiri hill daily to visit Lakshmi who resides here. It is said that the Lord appears in the dream of the cobblers when the chappals need replacing. They spread red kumkum on the floor so that his footprints appears when he walks on it. Then they prepare a new chappal according to the size. Outside the temple is a sculpture of a man fighting with a lion. This is considered to be the Sala, the leader of Hoysala dynasty. The name Hoysala is interpreted as strike Sala, meaning that Sala should be strike. The men shouted this at the king while he was fighting with the beast, which is now depicted in this sculpture as the king fighting with the lion, which he killed single-handedly. You can travel to Belur, which is 22 km west of Bangalore, 16 km from Halebid and 38 km from Hassan. It takes about 90 meters to get to Belur by bus from Hassan. There are frequent buses to Halebid, 35 minutes, Hassan 90 minutes. Bangalore takes 4 hours and Mysore takes 3 hours. Next we are going to see is Halebid, that is Hoysala temple. This town was the capital of Hoysala. It was known then as Dwarasundara and was founded in the 11th century. The Delhi Sultan's army sacked Halebid in 1311 and 1327. It is now a small village. Construction of the Hoysala temple dedicated to Lord Shiva was begun in the mid-12th century. It is covered with intricately carved sculptures. Even after 37 years of building, it was never completed because Halebid was sacked by the Delhi Sultan. The star-shaped temple is actually a pair of two identical temples with separate scantrums, that is altars and mandapams, next to each other. One of the temple has active worship and the other does not. There are also two Nandi bulls. One of them is 5 meters, that is 16 feet long, and is said to be one of the 7th largest in India. There are about 20,000 sculptures on this temple. There are 6 rows of carving around the base of the temple. elephants, lions, horsemen, scrolls, scenes from the Puranas and Gizas. The, the base of the temple has the emblem of lion and elephant carved around it, seemingly supporting the temple and signifying stability. There are 1,200 elephants carved on the outer walls, which doesn't match with each other. They are not like. The upper part of the temple in exterior have carvings depicting Lord Shiva's pastime. There are also carving of Lord Krishna and Vishnu on the temple and scenes from Ramayana and Mahabharata carved in intricate details. There is an interesting carving of Lord Narayana in the back side corner. Krishna is seen lifting Govardhana hill and Rama is seen defeating Ravana. There is a carving of Chamundi killing Mahishasura, the buffalo demon, and an excellent carving of Ravana lifting Kailash, Lord Shiva's adorn. The temple is open daily from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. The archaeological museum next to the temple has a good collection of ancient sculptures. One day, it is open every day except Friday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now we will see Somnathapura. The temple at Somnathapura, 14 kilometers east from Mysore, which is dedicated to Lord Vishnu, is one of the best preserved of Hoysala temples. It was erected by a Hoysala general Somnath in 1268 and was created by the artist Janakacharya, who had a part in construction of other Hoysala temples. It was said that this temple was so perfect that even the demigods thought of stealing it. This temple is shaped like a star in the center of the courtyard. In the temple arc, three shrines, the stone deity of Keshava is in the center, Janardana is to the north, and Gopala is to the south. All, all around the temple exteriors are carvings of the various incarnations of Vishnu, such as Narsingha, Varaha, Venugopal, etc., as well as demigods like Brahma, Shiva, Ganesh, Surya, Lakshmi, and so on. This is another small but beautiful temple that clearly implements how much regards the Vaishnavas Hindus gave to the temple worship of Lord Vishnu and to the construction of the temples built for him. Even though it is no longer a functioning temple, many people still visit as a sign of their devotion and pay their respect to the three deities of Vishnu within here. This was some of the beautiful places and their beautifully architected temples description nearby Melukote. Hare Krishna.